Hello students, welcome to the class. Today we will discuss about PCR. PCR is polymerase chain reaction. It is the in vitro multiplication or amplification of required DNA sequences. And this technique it is used in many of the forensic science investigations also, and in the lab requirements also. Okay, so in the PCR technique, how the DNA template it is multiplied or it is amplified, or a number of the sequence it can be increased. Okay, within a very less time period we can multiply the million copies of DNA template. Okay, so how this technique it occurs, how this technique it works, let's discuss. See here, it is PCR, polymerase chain reaction. This polymerase chain reaction it is done with help of, in the in vitro condition it is done with help of a machine called PCR, and in PCR small tubes or PCR tubes are used, inside which the mixture is taken, and this mixture it contains different components which are needed for the amplification of the template DNA, and all these things we'll discuss in a very details. See here, this is the technique of in vitro amplification of DNA by Taq polymerase. Taq polymerase is the Thermus aquaticus polymerase. Means this polymerase is the DNA polymerase which can polymerize or synthesize the daughter strands of DNA in high or low temperature. And as this enzyme it has been extracted from one of the thermostable bacteria, that is Thermus aquaticus. So this enzyme is also it is also thermostable enzyme, means it will not break in high or low temperature or in the temperature fluctuations. Okay. So this technique it is in vitro amplification. Inside our body, whenever there occurs mitosis or meiosis, automatically there occurs DNA replication before starting of any of the M phases, mitosis or meiosis. But in vitro, in the laboratory condition, outside of any cell, how this DNA can be multiplied. This is a in vitro multiplication or amplification of DNA technique. Okay. So see here, this technique it was developed by Kary Mullis in 1985. And what are the basic requirements of this technique? The basic requirements it include, first, the DNA template. DNA template means what? It is the strand of DNA or the piece of DNA or the particular gene which is needed to be amplified, which means whose number we know, means we need the maximum number of the copies of the same template. Okay. Then second is forward and reverse primers. What are these forward and reverse primers? See, whenever I have also taught all these things in the previous class when where I have taught the DNA replication, the machinery and the enzymes. See, there we have discussed that the template DNA, it means the DNA inside our body also, the DNA is the replication of DNA it cannot be instantly occur. It needs the primers. Primers are nothing but RNA oligonucleotide sequences, that is 12 to 18 nucleotides of RNA, ribonucleotides. They make RNA primers. These RNA primers they first anneal and means they make pair with the template strand of DNA. Template strand means the strand, parental strand of DNA. The two strands they act as parent during DNA replication, and they synthesize their corresponding daughter strands as DNA replication is semi-conservative. So what is there? These RNA primers they bind to the normal parental strands first, then there occurs the DNA strand synthesis, daughter DNA strand synthesis, and the same also occurs here in the in vitro condition. See, forward and reverse primers means one strand of DNA must be 5' to 3' running, another must be 3' to 5' running. So the forward primer for 3 to 5' running strand, and the reverse primer for 5' to 3' running strand it is used, because the direction of synthesis is only in the same direction, that is 5' to 3'. Always any of the nucleic acid strand, maybe DNA or RNA, when it is synthesized, its direction of synthesis is always in the 5' to 3'. Okay. So one of the primer it is forward primer considered, another primer is reverse primer considered, because both of the strands of the parental DNA they are complementary and they are oppositely running, they are anti-parallel. Okay. So these two types of forward and reverse primers are needed. Then third is enzyme. These two primers are also synthetic primers. Okay. Then enzyme, this here in this case in the in vitro amplification of DNA, as we have discussed that it is a thermostable enzyme, and this enzyme it has been extracted from the Thermus aquaticus bacteria, and this enzyme's name is for the name of the bacteria. The Thermus, from Thermus it has taken the T, and from aquaticus AQ, so it is TAQ, Taq polymerase or Taq polymerase it is called. This Taq polymerase it can withstand high or low temperature fluctuations. Okay. And what are the more needs? DNTPs. What are DNTPs? These are deoxyribonucleotide triphosphates, means these are free nucleotides of DNA. Free nucleotides of DNA means what? There may be adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. And these are not the nitrogenous bases along with the sugar and phosphate to make the nucleotide structure. So we can write the DNTPs as AMP, GMP, CMP and thymidine, TMP. Means adenine monophosphate, guanine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate and thymidine monophosphate. So all these four, these are considered as DNTPs. DNTPs are free deoxyribonucleotides. Okay, these nucleotides, they have to be also added to the mixture of these PCR in the PCR tube, so that these DNTPs will be utilized by the Taq polymerase when daughter strand will synthesized. Okay, then what is the next need? It is Mg++ ion. This is the requirement of this enzyme. This enzyme Taq polymerase, it needs the Mg++ ion for its activity. So all these are the basic requirements of PCR technique. Then how this technique it runs? What is the mechanism or steps of this technique? See, there occurs first denaturation. Denaturation, what is denaturation of DNA? DNA is always double stranded. DNA is always double stranded and the two strands, they have to be unwinded first, which was done by the helicase or unwindase enzyme inside our body, inside the cell. But here there is no need of any more enzymes to be utilized. Here only by the use of temperature we can denature the DNA, and we can also anneal the primer, and there will be daughter strand synthesis also with help of Taq polymerase only. So what happens, these two strands of the DNA, they have to be first denatured, means they have to be first separated, and they have to act as single template strands. Template strand means what? The parental strand which can synthesize its own daughter strand, it is called template strand. Okay, and in case of DNA replication, both the strands of DNA, they act as template, because both of the strands, they will synthesize the corresponding daughter strands. Okay, so first step is denaturation, which occurs in the temperature of 94 degrees Celsius to 96 degrees Celsius. And then second is primer annealing. Primer annealing means attachment of the primers, forward and reverse primers, to the two template strand of DNA first. Then third is strand extension, or it is called synthesis of daughter strand. And the primer annealing, it is done with the temperature of 40 degree to 60 degrees Celsius. It is automatically maintained in the PCR machine. And the third is strand extension, that is synthesis of the daughter strand. It is done by the temperature of 72 degrees Celsius. Okay, so let's discuss with a very details about the this is the diagrammatic representation of the PCR, how polymerase chain reaction occurs inside the PCR machine. See first what happens. This is the double stranded DNA template. Two strands, they are there. Double stranded DNA. This is the parental strand or parental DNA which is to be amplified, which is to be multiplied in a million copies we need. Okay, so first in the single cycle, what happens? In a first single cycle, there occurs first step, that is denaturation, 94 degree to 96 degrees Celsius. This is also known as melting of DNA, means the two strands of the DNA, they will get separated, and this is the result, that two strands of DNA, they have been separated now. This is denaturation of the DNA, first step over. And second step, what occurs here? Primer annealing. In the second step, in this temperature, what happens? See, this is the 5' to 3' running strand of parental strand DNA. This is 3' to 5' running strand of DNA. As we know that DNA synthesis is always in 5' to 3' direction. Any of the nucleic acid strand synthesis is only in the 5' to 3' direction. So this is the forward primer, and this is the reverse primer. See, forward primer, it is synthesizing in the 5' to 3' direction, and this reverse primer, it is also synthesizing in the 5' to 3' direction. As both the parental strands are oppositely directional, means they are anti-parallel, so there will be also synthesis of daughter strands in the opposite directions. Okay, so this is forward primer and this is reverse primer, which anneal with the parental DNA strand, template DNA strand. Okay, and in the third step, there will be strand extension. Strand extension means daughter strand synthesis, which occurs in the 72 degrees Celsius temperature. See here, to the primer, this primer is always in 5' to 3' direction. Both the primers, they are 5' to 3' directed. This forward primer is also 5' to 3' directed, and this reverse primer is also 5' to 3' directed. And to the 3' end, 3' end means the last nucleotide of the primer, whose 3' OH is free. 3' OH of the last nucleotide of the primer, it causes a nucleophilic attack on the upcoming nucleotide, and there will be phosphodiester linkage by 3' 5' phosphodiester bonding. Okay, and automatically, means as per the nucleotide sequence of the parental strand of DNA, automatically the DNTPs, these DNTPs, they come, and one after another the DNTPs, they are added, and there will be strand synthesis. This is the daughter strand synthesis, which starts with the 3' end of the primer. Okay, so through the 3' end of the primer, the DNTPs are added as per the nucleotide sequence. Complementary nucleotides are added, and there will be daughter strand synthesis. So there will be daughter strand synthesis, and this is the complete one cycle, that a single DNA, after this cycle is over, it will produce two DNA molecules, means there will be daughter's DNA also present. Okay, in this manner many more cycles will run, and within a 30 minutes of time or 45 minutes of time we can get the million copies of DNA. Okay, so this is one cycle. There are 3 steps: denaturation, primer annealing, and strand extension. Okay, and by just temperature fluctuation, just by temperature in suitable temperatures, there will be denaturation, there will be primer annealing in this temperature, and there will be strand extension in 72 degrees Celsius. Okay, so just with the help of the single enzyme Taq polymerase, and its need is Mg++ ion, we can in vitro synthesize the daughter strands of DNA, and there will be amplification of huge amount of DNA within a very less period of time, which is very helpful. Okay, for the genetic to know the genetic problems. Suppose to be someone is suffering from any of the genetic disorders, then we can also amplify a particular gene. Suppose to be in case of forensic science amplification, we can collect the DNA template from the forensic site, means from the crime site, and we can also amplify that DNA. So many more useful of this technique is there, and in the laboratory condition also this PCR technique is highly utilized. Okay, so this is the PCR technique. With help of a PCR machine we can amplify the DNA in vitro condition, outside the cellular condition, in the laboratory condition. Okay, and these are the requirements, and this is the diagrammatic representation of PCR. Thank you for watching. So share and subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos. Thank you.